Welcome back to Elimination, the long-awaited episode 2 of season 5. I am your host Bob, and I am here with my dad Dave.
Howdy.
And my mum, Wifey.
Hiya.
There she is. No Pauline today. She's off out.
In the sunshine.
Women, eh?
Hey.
Got to start the show off with a little shout out to Elizabeth who messaged. She sent a message saying, I've just listened to season 5, episode 1. Are there any more coming? Well, here we are. Here we are. She said, love the show and have been binging all the back episodes here in, and I'm going to let you read out where she's from, Dave, because I don't know what that says.
Where is it?
There, the top one. Clee. Is that short for something?
Clay Ellum, WA. What's WA?
Washington?
Well, Washington State, yeah. I'll tell you that's Washington State. That's where Seattle is. It's not Washington, D.C., that's the city. Washington State is where, on the left-hand top, where you'll find Seattle, home of the Seattle Seahawks.
There you go.
He's a mine of information, that man.
And the tower.
He might be wrong.
And the tower, of course.
She might be sitting there going, what a load of rubbish.
Yeah.
But Elizabeth, thank you very much for listening, and welcome to the Elimination Final. Family, even. It's not the final yet.
Bloody hell. I missed them episodes.
It's freezing in this room, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want a jumper?
I didn't bring a jumper. No, I'm all right. It is Inside Out versus Stockholm Syndrome and the Beast. Well, I mean, when did you last watch these films, Dave?
Beauty and the Beast we watched about 3 months ago.
Oh, no, it's more recent than that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
more recent than that. And Inside Out within the last 6 months, a year.
You've seen it Inside Out twice.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once.
Well, yeah, I watched them recently. I got my notes here. Have you got notes? You got Gumph?
I got Gumph. Shall I
Okay,
do the Gumph?
yeah, do the Gumph, Dave.
Right, Inside Out is a 2015 American animated coming-of-age film produced by Pixar for Walt Disney Pictures. Inside Out follows the inner workings of the mind of Riley, a young girl taken away from her friends and school by her family's relocation.
Bastards.
Among others, the film stars the voices of Bill Hader, Diane Lane and Kyle MacLachlan. Beauty and the Beast is a 1991 animated musical romantic fantasy film released by Walt Disney Pictures. Set in 18th century France, an enchantress transforms a selfish prince into a monster as punishment for his cruelty. Years later, a young woman, Belle, offers the Beast his own freedom in exchange for her father's. To break the spell, the Beast must earn Belle's love before the final petal falls from his enchanted rose. Otherwise, he remains a monster forever.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right, there's a lot to get into here. I've got a lot of questions. There's a lot of notes
What,
here.
Beauty and the Beast?
Well, yeah, I mean, my first point is right at the beginning when they say about the haggard old woman. So she randomly knocks on this dude's door. He's just a prince who's up his own, on his high horse.
Yeah.
She knocks on the door and he goes, no, go away, old haggard woman. I don't want your heather or whatever you're selling. Move along. So then she turns into a beautiful temptress or whatever it is. And he's like, hello, in you come, girl. And she says, no.
I can't find anything against him at the moment, Bob. What's your point?
I know, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. So then she turns him into this big, handsome beast that's sexier than what he looked like before. And then she just disappears and never enters the story again. What's her problem?
Well, she's moved on to the next one. I don't know.
There's no backstory.
No, I know.
I feel like if they, they do this thing where they remake things. I feel like if they not remade it, but did like a live action or did something, it would be her backstory or something, and she'd be the hero or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just felt like was she an old haggard woman? Or,
she's Belle's grandmother, don't you?
Ah, see, there we go. There we go. There we go. That would be, there you go. That wouldn't surprise me.
Can I tell you a fact about Beauty and
Please
the Beast?
do. I'll get my finger over the button.
It was the third highest grossing film of 1991.
Jeez.
Do you know what the other two are?
No.
Oh,
But
Dave.
I know. It was the first animated film to win the Golden Globe for Best Motion Picture, and it was Oscar nominated. But I'll tell you what, do you want to know what the other films were nominated in that year that it was up against?
Go on. I bet they're really good.
Well, I think it's a duff year myself.
Oh, okay.
They're not bad films, but, you know, Beauty and the Beast, Bugsy. That's a film about Bugsy Malone, gangster film, Warren Beatty.
Yeah.
Prince of Tides, Barbara Streisand, Nick Nolte. JFK.
Oh.
And Silence of the Lambs. Well, there's only one winner of
yeah,
that one, wasn't
yeah.
there?
Jeez.
Silence of the Lambs was the winner.
So that's why it won.
But yeah, it's not the classic year for movies.
No, it was not. But this is. I was watching this recently, and I did think this is all right. You know, this is all right. I quite enjoy it. I didn't feel like, I've got to watch Beauty and the Beast again. It stands up. I quite liked it.
Quite violent with the stabbing and that.
Yeah.
Shall I tell you what drags it back for me?
Go on.
The music. The music is shit.
He doesn't like that sort of sickly.
But
The
it
music
did win
is
an
shit.
Academy Award for Best Original Score and Best Original Song, Beauty and the Beast, which I asked Alexa to play last night.
And he wasn't
anticipation.
impressed.
It's shit.
It's
absolute
it sounds like it's
drivel.
sung like by an old woman, and it's actually Chip's mum.
Well, I got
it.
questions about this as well.
Dear Lord.
God.
It's a terrible. Mind you, a lot of the Disney music.
Can I just say-
Don't stand up outside of the film as music on its own, I don't think.
No,
Apart from Jungle Book. That's the best
yeah,
score.
it does go with it.
Look for the bare necessities.
Take it that's in, is it?
Yeah, forget about your trouble and your strife. Oh,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
For me, considering that Walt Disney's bit was around for a long time before 1991,
I didn't realise it was that
I
early.
thought that the animation wasn't very good. Not as
Oh,
good as
really?
some of the others. It's when there's a crowd, when all the soldiers are standing together, it's not done well.
Yeah, I know what
Do
you
you
mean. It's like a
understand? It's
copy
quite
and paste.
flat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite flat. When you think about Snow White, which was in the 50s,
None of these modern ones could compete with the animation on Pinocchio is out of this world. They can't compete. They just turned into like a TV, like the Flintstones.
Well, you're saying that about Beauty and the Beast, but I remember it being a huge thing about the ballroom scene where they dance.
Yeah.
There was a big thing
There
about
was
that
that,
being sort of computer animated. It was, I don't know whether it was the first or anything, but the ballroom was actually computer animated, and they were like animated normally, like cartoons were. And it was a big thing that scene was this. So it was sort of back in 1991. It was on the cusp of using computers and stuff. But yeah,
it's the backgrounds for me. It's just the what's actually the action that's going on is good, but what's behind it? Excuse me. What's behind it is not.
it looks like
It's not classy.
It looks like a
It's like a
2D bit
flat-
of yeah.
Yeah, flat, and it doesn't have any sort of depth to it. So if you concentrate on what's actually going on and forget everything else, but I don't. I tend to look
Which
at
you're
everything.
supposed to. Yeah, well, I suppose. Yeah, that's not where the money's
Call
at.
me old-fashioned.
That's not the money shot, is it?
No.
And I joked that it's Stockholm Syndrome and the Beast, but that's what it is, isn't it, really? She falls in love with her capture. And for the dad to let her stay and him go, I mean...
Are there similarities between Beauty and the Beast and Misery?
Is there?
Wow.
Yeah.
We're
I think
pointing
the
at
scene
it.
where Beast breaks her legs was a bit... Yeah.
They did
I
make-
thought the bad guy was a good bad guy.
Gaston is wicked.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
he's brilliant. I've got here written, get your head out of the books. Next you'll be having ideas. Yeah, I love him. Yeah, I think he's brilliant.
He's similar to the...
He's better looking than the Beast.
Yeah, he's similar to the bad guy in that Ichabod Crane thing.
Yes.
Bing Crosby.
Yeah, he is, yeah. Sort of
You ever seen
suave.
that? Ichabod,
swarthy.
the story of Ichabod Crane.
Yeah.
Bing Crosby does all the voices.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
That's well worth a watch.
Ichabod Crane. That was Bing Crosby. That was me.
No, you know that. Love.
I thought you just walked in. Yeah, he was. And at the end, obviously, we're not going to skip right to the end, but he turns. Spoiler alert! He turns back into what he was before.
Yeah.
But does that mean he's gone back to being an arsehole?
Yeah, told her to piss off.
Yeah, he's like, you're ugly now. Go on. He's going to go find them 3 blonde birds that were swooning over Gaston.
He's learnt his lesson.
Has he, though?
Of course he
Has
has.
he?
Well, I think that might learn you a lesson, that mightn't it?
Well, no, you just, any old woman that comes to the door, you ain't going to shove her off. It's like, are you really a beautiful woman?
Well,
No.
and it brings up that question, doesn't it?
Go on.
What was he? Is he a bear? Is he a wolf? Do bears shit in the
beast.
wood? I mean, he's a bit of not. He's not a particular beast, is he?
He is. He's a beast.
But what is he? He's got the face of a. There's a bit of lion in him. There's
He's
a.
not
He is,
an
he
animal.
is.
He's not an animal, is he? He's not.
Well, he's
can't say-
furry.
He's got big
I-
fangs.
I know he's animal-like, but he's not one particular species of animal.
What do you reckon, Bob?
It's definitely got a lion head going on.
Yes.
And when he goes,
isn't
when he goes and protects her against the wolves, he's definitely. How's she getting back to the thing as well? He's massive compared to her. I'm not happy with this.
It's not very realistic, is it, Bob?
And the horse knew what was going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
The horse knew all along. He didn't want to go down that path that the dad wanted to go down and all that. And then, when the horse turns up and Belle says, "Papa, take me to Papa." The horse lost him. He don't know where the castle is, but suddenly he can take her straight to the castle gates.
Mm-hmm.
These are just my notes, people. These are just my notes.
The continuity
You might be
needs
taking
looking
it too
at.
seriously.
Yeah.
right?
That little bloke during that song, Gaston's mate, he would have suffered many concussions. Now, there was a moment where Mrs. Potts said, "Come on, Chip, get in the cupboard with your brothers and sisters." Now, how many children has she got? Because when they turn into proper kids again, are every single cup a boy or a girl? A little boy or a girl? And do they stay the same age? Or do they turn into a mug?
The boys are the cups with the handles.
And I noticed because he was called Chip because the cup had a chip in it.
Yeah.
And then when he was a boy, he had a chip in his tooth. Now, he weren't born with teeth. So was he born and then they said, right, we call him Chip. And then he got teeth and they was like, oh, we got a chip.
People get nicknames. They don't give them a birth, do they?
Not
Something
by their mum.
No, but something happens to them in their life, doesn't it?
Yeah, but
And then
not.
you call them that forever.
Well,
Your
what about
mum
you?
don't give you a nickname.
Well,
Like the stinky kid in school, Dirtbox. Clothes peg was another one.
Yeah.
He weren't born, he didn't come out the womb and go,
Yeah, but
there's Dirtbox.
Yeah, but I bet
Dirtbox
you-
is here.
I bet he didn't come home and he dirt box, your dinner's on the table.
Well, maybe they did.
Wait, they did, they got issues. It was an abusive relationship. He was domineering, telling her to come down to dinner.
God, he's gone psychological on us.
Well, I'm just pointing out the issues involved. I don't remember the song "Human Again" when they all went human again. I don't remember whether that was added later on. I don't remember that at all. Now, this was something she calls him Beast, but she never actually calls him his name. What is his name?
Beast. Like Chip. What was Chip's name then?
His name's
Chip.
Prince Charming.
Prince Charming.
Prince Charming.
That's a terrible song.
Yeah, it is.
Nothing to be scared of.
But she never actually used his name, and he's not a good-looking guy, is he? When he turns from the beast to the thing,
Gaston's better looking.
and the dust sort of falls, I expected her face
Did she
to
go,
sort of go,
Run away.
oh, is that you?
Can I have the beast back, please?
Yeah. And and going back to this cup thing with the kids.
Oh, Chip.
What's his name?
He's got an annoying voice.
Lumiere, yeah, who's the
Lumiere,
candlestick?
he's
Yeah.
a candlestick. He turns into a person. The
Clock.
French maid thing turns into a woman. Then the clock. And so is everything in there a person? Or did everything... Because the bed she slept in didn't move. So is that just a bed?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
not a person, is it?
Well, the wardrobe was.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I think you are, you're supposed to just to enjoy it on face.
Oh, I
value.
did enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I did enjoy it. It was. It stands up. I didn't realise it was 1991.
Yeah, I was 30 years old, 34
I was
years old.
9.
Oh,
Yeah. Bless you.
my
Hay
father.
fever's troubling me, brother.
He was. He's allergic to the number after 8.
Oh, allergic to bad podcasting.
Hey.
Allergic to people who don't turn up.
Wait. Hold on. That's a double negative, isn't it? Hey. And in comparison to that, obviously. Oh, actually, before we go on to that, you used to have been away, hadn't you?
Yeah.
Been away
Yeah,
recently.
went down to the New Forest.
The New
Or
Forest,
just
up for the
outside.
old one. Up for
Just
the old one.
outside the New Forest.
We got lost on the way.
Just
there.
outside the New Forest. Didn't want to go into the
We
forest.
can work out whether the horses were wild or furious. Because some of them had like...
Wild
Things
horses.
straps around their necks.
yeah, and some didn't.
What, like that film where if you go past a certain point, your head explodes?
No.
Like Running Man.
I mean, they weren't tied. They weren't tied up or anything. They just had these like
They did
loops
roam
around their neck.
but
Like chokers.
one did cross the road in front of us. We had to stop, didn't it? But
But they don't seem to be. They seem to be oblivious to the
I
cars
don't know
going
if they are
past.
sort of looked after or whether they're just left
They must be
all the
looked
time.
after.
Whether they got,
I expected them to be running. I wanted to see running horses go galloping across the road.
Like the Lloyd's Bank advert.
But all of them were standing there like they were bored or gnawing at grass.
Wifey got excited. She looked out the kitchen window and there was a rabbit.
Oh.
And a crow. But the last day, I trumped her. I opened up the living room window curtain and there was a deer. He looked at me and absolute crapped itself. And it went flying in, running up into the field there and joined his friends. He's
Probably
sitting
looking
underneath the tree.
Looking for his mum.
I mean, people in the States probably see deer every day, but it's a rare occurrence to see them in this country, isn't it?
Unless they're dead on the side of the road.
Obviously, a lot of dead
Badgers.
yeah.
Oh, there's a dead fox in a certain place, I'm not going to say. But it's on the side of the road. It literally looks like it's just asleep.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it's
it's
not even on the
awful.
road. It's not even on the road. It's on like a
Well,
grass
it's got
verge.
wax on the head.
Yeah.
Makes
That's why
me
fox hunting
sad.
is so ridiculous, isn't it? They have to cull the foxes. The roads cull the foxes.
Yeah.
I mean, how many roads get killed? How many foxes get killed on the roads every day?
Yeah.
Hundreds.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I bet Andy's seen a few, didn't you?
Andy's definitely seen a few.
bet-
Hi, Andy.
I bet he's done a few. It'd be like
Oh, sorry, I did the wrong. There he is.
it'd be like you ever see that Not 9 O'Clock News with Ron Atkinson, who is an HGV driver, he can drive them. And he was his
Good
lorry
fact.
driver and he's giving it all. He's got the old bird next to him, like, the old hitchhiker. And he's running over all his animals as he puts them on it. Like the planes, the Spitfires used to put a Nazi thing when they shot one down.
Oh,
He had like hedgehog on the side of the truck.
Marking it.
Yeah. Keeping score.
Oh, it's just sad. I don't like to see anything like that.
No, I don't either. It's it's sad. But then they reversed, I suppose.
Well, the sign at the beginning of the New Forest is horses don't dent, they die.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wowzers.
to make people slow down.
Talking of dead horses,
Oh,
you
God.
you won the national, wifey.
I did, I was riding it.
You're small enough.
I am, yeah. Yeah, I won the Grand National
£5 each way.
on Nick Rocket.
Nick Rocket.
Nice.
I went for Rocket because it's a bit like Rivet.
Is it
Well, it was the only one in the race that was like that, so I just
it?
went
More
for
like
it.
Pocket.
Pocket
Oh,
Rocket? Yeah.
Well, I did say Pocket Rocket because that's me. But not really. I'm more of a sparkler.
Very good race, though. Beat last year's winner.
He
in
did.
second
Yeah.
place.
Even I was on the edge of my seat. Normally, I don't like watching the jump. See if they get
Jumps are
hurt.
so much smaller than they used to be, you know.
Well,
You see one from the 50s.
But that's a good
half
thing.
the size, I think. But
I can't watch.
there was no fatalities.
No,
this year.
so- but
even
there was-
though that one, that Broadway boy,
He fell on his
went right
neck.
over and landed on his back.
oh,
He
Yeah.
was winning. He was led from the beginning. He was come over this fence and just come up proper.
And I couldn't look. I just had to look. I can't watch it.
I couldn't watch it until
love
my else was go on, yeah, go on.
That was
Whack him,
no, that
whack
was
him.
no. I never do that.
Whack him
I don't-
harder.
I say, don't whack him. Don't whack him. If he's knackered, just leave him. You know what I mean? I can't bear it. Anything like that. I just slow. You know.
Yeah,
He's meant
yeah.
to
The
win a
bookies handing over a winning is I can't bear it. I can't bear it.
But I wouldn't have put a bet on at all if it hadn't been for Dave saying.
Oh, blaming him. Did he get a cut?
My one come nowhere.
Yeah.
I'll tell a lie, he come 14th.
At least it
The name
finished.
of it now, can you? My one?
No.
No, it's long forgotten.
Mine didn't finish. Hitman.
Got to mention Arsenal's win over Real Madrid, Bob.
Yes, very much so. I didn't actually watch it, which is probably the biggest game of the in.
I couldn't watch it because we didn't have a smart TV on. I think,
Where you was
down
away.
there, yeah.
How
It was
disappointing.
about the size of a postage stamp, it was. We had to move it halfway across the room so we could see it. We did, though, didn't we?
He did. Yeah.
Yeah, Declan Rice. What 2 free kicks.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
When this goes out, we probably lost the second leg 6-0.
Yeah. Long forgotten. Yeah. But yeah, well done, Declan
I'll tell you
Rice.
what you miss, though, when you're not at home,
Go on.
is you have to watch the adverts.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, God. We watched, every night we watched Taskmaster at 10 o'clock, and it finished at 11. In that hour, we must watch 20 minutes of adverts.
It's just a waste of life, isn't it?
Oh, God.
Yeah. And it was the same adverts over and over and over
It was
again.
a good Taskmaster, though. That bloke is brilliant. If you could pick 5 people to be in one, well, no matter new series, you can pick your favourite.
ultimate, yeah.
He'd be in my one. That
Oh.
his name Mike.
Mike Wozniak.
No,
No.
not him. He was good. What's his name?
John.
John. The one with the beard.
Oh, yeah,
They're
yeah.
trying to get the socks and the...
With the shirt. Yeah.
John Cairns.
Yeah.
God, he's a funny man.
With Darrow.
You know what he means to be funny? He just
It
is.
just is, yeah.
Oh, God, he's so slow.
He has to sort of think it through before he does anything.
Oh, God. But he is.
I like the way that he
him
sort of
all
walked
day.
in and just threw his jacket. Every time threw his jacket on the floor, didn't he?
They had this one where they had to get this great big tarpaulin, about the size of a basketball field, massive thing, and they had all these containers. And one of them pricked a bread bin who's going to put this tarpaulin in the bread
To fold it and put it in.
fold it in there and close it up so it couldn't be seen. And he picked a good one. He picked the great big garden bin.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
But he had a time limit to do it in. And when he opened up, he says, I'll choose this, which is a good choice.
Okay.
And he opens it up and it's full of balloons. He goes, oh my God. So he empties all the balloons out and holds on to the balloons.
Thinking about what he was
Thinking
going to
about
do.
what he's going to do. And then he puts all the balloons back in there. God, it's painful. I don't know what series it was, but it's the one with Dara O'Brien and
Yeah.
who's
With
the
the hands
Sarah
in the
Sarah
Millican.
garage.
Millican. Yeah,
Some hands in the garage as well.
if you want to watch the Taskmaster, serious Taskmaster, you've
Munya
seen it.
Chihuahua.
Watch this bloke, John Cairns. He is hysterical.
Yeah.
Without
Trying.
trying to be hysterical.
Munya Chihuahua, him. He's in it as well.
Oh, yeah.
He was
What is
quite
he?
good.
He's not a comedian, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an actor as well.
is he?
He does like serious acting as well.
And the other bird's quite
Seen
strange,
him.
isn't she?
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
No.
She wears like a Wonder Woman outfit, like all in one. Scottish, she is.
Yeah. Anyway, just what I
Yeah,
mentioned.
sorry. Yeah.
But the adverts, God, jeez, driving you mental.
Nobody's ever bought anything from an advert.
I just turn the sound down every time, and then we just sit there watching.
You have to talk.
Yeah.
Have to converse with your wife.
Well,
We do
say
talk.
you've got time to make a cup of tea, you've got time to do a roast dinner. It's unbelievable. It's about 6 minutes. I mean,
Dave, quick, hurry up, you're going to miss this advert.
We had a good Indian.
yeah,
We had a really good
the only
Indian.
bad thing about the Indian, I asked for an Irish coffee, and God, it was crap. It was.
Oh, Dave, that's
It
the...
weren't, it's black and white.
Yeah.
It was just all falling into it.
Oh,
it was brown.
there's no
Couldn't
break.
taste any. I should have sent it back, really.
But the Thai one was good. We went for a Thai meal as well.
Yeah, that was really strong, that was. But it was made with not proper cream. It was made with
Squirty cream.
Squirty cream.
Yeah, which weren't great, but the whiskey content was good. So
Yeah, that's what he was shuddering at the end of it.
we done Thai, Indian, and we went for a Sunday roast.
We did, yeah.
In the White Rabbit.
Rabbit in Linda's.
Follow the white rabbit.
Yeah, that was decent.
The biggest Yorkshire in the world. You know me, I like a
I'm not
Yorkshire.
a fan
He
of
don't like a
You
Yorkshire.
don't do, yeah. Used to the end of the spectrum with Yorkshire.
Big as the plate, wasn't it? Just covered on, sat on top.
It's great.
So every mouthful, have to use up a bit of.
You have to use it up.
Otherwise, you never get through it.
And we had
was
they
all
they did a mini dessert with a coffee. It was just, all in one price, didn't they? So we had
Yeah,
that
that's pretty good.
rather than having a
Little
big pudding.
trifle, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little trifle in a cup.
Sorry.
I'm a trifle deaf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was in a little teacup, and it was just sufficient with a nice cup of coffee. Yeah, it was really, really good. But the only downside about that was the blooming traffic. It was really bad, wasn't it, Dave?
Sunday, we went through there Friday morning coming home, and there was no traffic.
Nothing at all.
That's right. Well, this time
Well, that was a big old moan, wasn't it?
But apart from that, we had a good time.
Yeah,
We did.
good. I'm glad you're back. When did you get back? Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Okay, you unpacked? Washing done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. And yeah, Inside Out. Did you went to cinema to see this, Dave? Didn't you?
I was going to say this. A song can be better than it actually is because of a memory it invokes.
Yeah.
Well, this is like Inside Out because I think it is the only time I ever went to see a film with just Kate, my eldest granddaughter, and it was a sort of magical day because of that.
Yeah.
We sat there holding hands the whole film, and she was just on the cusp of being a girl to being the young woman she is now, sort of
Yeah.
thing. So it was the last throes of
Kate being
the little girl.
So it's a
and
film.
what was her
so
nickname?
remember,
What was her nickname?
Treacle?
There you go. Nothing to do with her name. Nothing to do with see.
Right, Treacle.
Yeah.
But it's just and then that sort of memory. Whenever I think of that film, I think of that memory, which sort of pushes it up a notch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. It's,
Do you know the 5 things in the brain?
oh, well, the
Yeah. Oh, that
the
really.
joy is the main one.
Yeah.
Joy, disgust,
Yeah.
sadness,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
not fear,
Fear.
anger.
Anger. Yeah.
Anger as
yeah.
well.
He is angry, you know.
Yeah, he is angry. Do you remember Numbskulls?
Now the numbskulls.
Here we go. Here we go.
The numbskulls. I don't know if it's the Beano or the Dandy.
I'm pretty sure it was the Beano. Because it says, because I googled it.
Yeah, they used to. What it was in the Beano, and it was a comic strip called the Numbskulls. That's it. And there was a man, and all these people lived in his body.
In compartments.
Yeah, not just his head.
No.
It was
his whole body.
Oh, we'll send it down to the hand,
Yeah,
or we'll
yeah,
send.
that's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
It was almost like a corporate
I
thing.
remember that quite well. I used to like it. It's one of my favourites.
Yeah, I did as well. It must have come from you because I don't remember having the Beano. I don't know whether I came.
I think comics were dead time you came along.
Okay.
They're totally dead now, aren't they?
You'll be surprised, Dave.
No, they're not, because Dennis the Menace can't bash up Walter anymore. He can't get slippered by his dad anymore.
I know.
They've watered it all down, mate.
No. When you say comics, I mean I'm talking like what do they call them now? Graphic novels. It's all
Is that what
comic.
they call them?
Graphic? What, the Beano's a graphic? Are you talking
No,
about
I'm not. No, so you're saying comics.
It's moved on
They've
from
moved
that.
on from that. It's all like action.
No, I'm saying comics. The comics, Beano, Dandy, and all that.
Yeah.
They're finished.
What,
I think they're only
Handicap?
online now.
Is it?
Handicap. I never found Handicap fun. Handicap was in the Mirror.
Oh right, yeah, but that's what I mean. Those sorts of things, those little sketches and stuff. I used to always go to that. And
I once went to a fancy dress for a fancy dress competition. Me and my mate went as Handicap and Flo, and I was Handicap. She was Flo, and we won.
Hey, victory! and everyone knew who he was.
Yeah.
But nowadays nobody knows, would they?
No.
But yeah, that's that. When this came out, I thought this seems familiar, but it's only the brain, isn't it? It's only the brain emotion.
Yeah, they're just going by the emotion thing to control the rest of the body, which I suppose really is true, isn't it?
Yeah,
But-
I think the numbskulls actually went down to the stomach, and they were sort of like people with shovels and stuff, shoveling stuff on, and all
yeah,
that sort of stuff.
yeah. I'm sure. Yeah. They go down and say, "Oh, we've got a breach on the knee because they've got a cut, or they bashed his knee." Or something. Yeah, I remember it. I remember it really clear, but I don't know where. I don't remember having a
No,
being,
because I say they were long, nearly finished by then, but now they've totally finished. To say every episode of Dennis the Menace used to bash Walter, who was like the school geek. Used to bash him up, and it always ended with getting a slipper from his dad or the headmaster. Yeah, they can't do that anymore. So what's the point? There ain't no point. That's why it don't exist.
What would
I bet Desperate Dan don't even smoke anymore.
No, he's got vape.
What about Desperate Dan? Would he not have a cow pie? He'd have a vegan pie.
Yeah, might do.
Yeah.
Without cow horns in it.
No, yeah. What would your island be?
Hey?
You'd have a Beatles island.
What do you mean island?
Riley's got islands. Hockey
Oh,
Island,
yeah,
Family
yeah,
Island.
Oh, yeah.
Beatles Island, Football Island,
Yeah. Elimination Island.
Scarlett Johansson Island.
I know his smallest island. His smallest island would be me.
Wifey Island.
Wifey Island, yeah.
It's already shaking, cracking. I'd like a new Inside Out with like an adult one, like with like somebody.
Well,
Who's
they probably will do that. I mean, they've got to go
yeah,
through
but
puberty.
but not like a Disney one, like a gritty
Oh, right.
Quentin Tarantino good one. I want somebody who's gonna,
Take
like
drugs and-
I've written there a crackhead, but not a crackhead. Like a horrible kind of gritty.
Like a hitman.
Yeah, with those people in their head. Okay, right.
Yeah.
That would be something that I quote almost daily. Undertaking high levels of SAS with the dad's head,
Yeah.
with the guy. We're gonna put the foot down. The foot is down. That's good. I think with Despicable Me, they did the Minions. The Minions sort of became.
That's why you can't watch them films anymore.
No. Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
But they sort of became their own thing, didn't they? They had a Minions
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
I think that they could do that with the Mine Workers. I thought they were brilliant when they were doing the memories, and they were saying what to get rid of, and they were like, get rid of these phone numbers. We don't need them phone numbers. Yeah, get rid of them. And they said, presidents, get rid of JFK, and so she'll never remember them. And then she said. 2 years of piano lessons. Keep heart and soul and chopsticks, and get rid of the rest. I love that. I think they could.
But it's true.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
true.
I think they could make them like their own
Yeah.
sort of entity.
Whereas the music is the weak link in Beauty and the Beast. This film's got a weak link as well.
I think I know what you're going to say, but go on.
Bing Bong.
Oh, yeah.
The elephant guy. He's
Well, yeah, I get what you mean.
annoying, is he?
I wasn't looking forward to him arriving when I was watching it again, but I've got to say, it's a sad ending. It's a sad ending for Bing Bong.
Yeah, sad it didn't happen 20 minutes earlier.
No, Dave, don't say that. Come on now. She was only going to make it out because of him.
I know.
She made it out. Take her to the moon
He took a
for
bullet
me.
for the team.
Yeah, take her to the moon for me. Oh, it gets me. It gets me. And then he disappears. Bing Bong's never to be remembered again.
Yippee.
Oh, Dave. But the song was annoying.
Didn't have to make. I didn't have a character like that. Why did he have to be so annoying? I mean,
Because he was made by a little kid.
yeah, I suppose so.
His song was annoying, though. They kept playing that song that was annoying to Riley, the advert song, the dentist, whatever that was. But Yeah, do you remember the dream? I can't remember what it was, but it's the Gum song. It was like for an advert that kept coming up, and everyone was like, "Oh God!" His song was more annoying than that. Bing bong, bing bong, sing it louder, sing it louder. It's just annoying. One of the funniest bits is the dream sequence where she needs to wake up, and they put the filter on, and the teacher and she's in school, and Fear is watching it. That is the best bit for me. It's so funny when you go, oh yeah, classic. She's in her underwear, brilliant, yeah. Oh, her teeth are falling out, great, yeah. And then the dog turns up, he's like, oh, the dog's there, and then the dog splits in half. Like, oh, what's happening? It's only a dream.
But in the end, they've all got them, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that I could watch that bit over and over
Well, that
again.
anger bloke, he's really angry, isn't he? I mean,
Oh yeah, cool. He is, yeah. He's on fire. He should never be in control. Also, I said the spin-off with the mine workers, but the two cops as well outside that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just having a conversation. I can imagine the actors like improv in that. Where they're talking about the hat. And it says, "Is that what's it saying that hat?" And he says, "It says my hat." And he said, "That's what I wrote in my hat." No, but it's my hat. It's got written my hat in there. He said, "Yeah, but it's my hat because I wrote my hat in my hat." And then they get interrupted. It's such a small bit, but it's so stupid.
Someone really clever could do this to classic movies, could they? Like, you know, in Pulp Fiction, where they're sitting there. Like when he's in the diner and it's being robbed and he's sitting there with his wallet, you know.
Yeah,
they could do what his ones could be doing. Like, you know.
Right. Okay. We got a situation. Okay.
Someone really clever could do that. I think.
Yeah. Where it just goes into their brain.
Or Dirty Harry when he's walking across the street to get the bad guys.
Yeah, absolutely. But I did. I like the.
Or do you punk?
The inside everyone else's brain was good. Like when the mum's trying to signal the dad, and dad. Oh, did anybody catch that? Did anybody see? She's. He's pulling that face again. Yeah. It is really clever. It's really clever.
Really clever.
And even the dogs and the cats in the heads and all that kind of stuff.
Didn't you prefer 2?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
is that not in it? Is this not in it? I hope it is because the only reason I preferred 2, I really enjoyed the first one, but the reason I enjoyed 2 more was because it's going through puberty and I could relate to what was going on in her head and the confusion, and it's just so well done. If anybody wants to explain puberty within a girl, watch Inside Out 2 because it explains it completely.
Yeah, maybe.
We saw that with Emily, didn't we? Her other granddaughter.
Yeah.
Oh. Granddaughter 2.
That was recent, wasn't it? That was the one in Blue Water with the old...
Yeah. With the... We had really nice seats where you could put
reclining
your feet up.
seats.
She had granddaughter Emily, the youngest.
She got in contact with us, didn't she?
She had a day off school because it was the election.
That's
School
right,
being
yeah.
closed. It was usually a polling booth. And she said she fancied taking me to the pictures, see Inside Out 2.
And we said, yeah, of course we will.
You asked twice for that one.
Go for it.
Yeah, we had went in the old one with the seats come up, the recliners, sat there, nearly fell asleep twice.
It was that good.
Enjoyed the film, and then we had a Costa coffee when we come out.
Well, she didn't. She had a drink.
She had something there.
She had a drink. Yeah, she had the biggest thing of popcorn you've ever seen in your life.
Oh, you have.
And the Coke. I mean, she had a Coke like...
Yeah.
Bigger than her
bigger
head.
than in my head, yeah.
That was a nice day.
It was a nice day. We should organise another one once this. But mind you, we said we'd go to the pictures again, didn't we?
Keep
But
looking every week to go to the pictures.
because obviously we're OAPs now, we get a bit cheaper.
It's dying on its arse.
Why don't cinemas play TV? Why don't they play TV? Why don't they
Why
say?
would you pay at the cinema to go and watch something you can watch for free?
Well,
Why would you go to the cinema
think
to watch on TV?
If they said, right, at this cinema we're going to do a Breaking Bad marathon every Wednesday night, we're going to play 3 episodes of Breaking Bad or something like that, so you can see it on the big screen. It's something different. Not just Breaking Bad, I'm just using that as an example. But if like a new program, like if you like the Lord of the Rings TV show or this new The Last of Us, or when it comes out, play it on the big
Is that
screen.
coming back, The Last of Us?
Yeah, there is a season 2 soon. Why not? Why don't they play TV shows in cinemas?
You mean ones that are... But you can
play old ones, but you can all, like, box sets, stream it.
People would do it, but
I think they would. I think
some people would, but I don't think they'd do it in the numbers that
would make the money.
What, more than they are now?
No one knows what's... I think with films... I mean, you go back to this... I mean, that's not a cracking year for nominations for the Oscar. But you go back all the other years, 5 films, they're 5 cracking films,
Mm.
I couldn't even tell you who won the last 7, 8 years. The films just don't...
Well,
They pass us by,
famous,
don't
are
they?
They're
No,
just
they
not
pass us by
famous.
as well.
There's no blockbusters anymore. It's all flipping... What's it, isn't it? Superheroes.
Well, when it is a...
Marvel. That's killed
And
them.
I always feel
he was
like...
right, wasn't he? The director bloke. He said...
Scorsese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marvel's killed the cinema. I think he's right.
Yeah. And when there is a blockbuster, it's almost like... Or when it's supposed to be a blockbuster, it's almost like it's thrust down your throat to say,
It's a blockbuster.
this is the
You've got to go
blockbuster.
and see it,
This is
yeah.
the one. This is the one. It's on the side of the bus. It's on the bus stop. It's on the posters. It's on the billboards. It's on the TV. The toys are in McDonald's. It's everywhere. This is what you got to go and see.
There is a film
It's like, well-
being made that we want to watch, and it's Cumberbatch. He's made a Jack the Ripper film. We like Jack the Ripper films, don't we?
Yeah.
We like,
We watched some while we was away.
we like a bit of Jack. And,
Because you never know who he is, so what's the point?
I know, but
Each to their own. I don't judge you for that, Dave. I don't judge you for that.
did
I
you watch that one with Christopher Plummer?
No.
Christopher Plummer is Sherlock Holmes, and James Mason's Watson. It's made in about the 80s. But it's Sherlock Holmes going after Jack the Ripper.
Oh, you know what? No, I did. No, I haven't seen it, but I did mention it to the wife, and she said, "No, I've seen it. I've seen it. I
Oh,
watched
yeah.
it. I watched it with Mum because her mum loves anything to do with that. And when she lived with her mum, she's watched it. So I was like, oh, well, she said, I'll watch it again. I was like, oh.
Well, you could watch it.
What? When am I going to get time? When am I going to get time
She's
to
always
sit?
out having her nails done.
She, yeah, all right. Once every blue moon. Inside Out is a bad advert for San Francisco. I tell you that now. She don't want to live there.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to live there either.
No, but all right.
Yeah, all right. The Elimination is a bad advert for San Francisco.
The Streets of San Francisco, starring Carl Malden and Michael Douglas.
That's
a
wisdom.
QM production. Remember that?
No.
No.
What's that?
You wouldn't.
It was a cop series from the
Sounds good.
70s.
Yeah.
Carl Malden. And that was Michael Douglas's big breakthrough. He was like his sidekick. And then he went to films. They got this other bloke with black hair. I can't remember his name, but he weren't as good as Michael Douglas. He was like a Kojak, Starsky and Hutch type thing.
Remember, my wife loves you.
Yeah, good.
Be sure to wear flowers in your hair.
Yes.
Flowers in your hair.
Yeah, she
Very hilly, very hilly.
Oh,
And famous
very.
for the. That was where the. Was it? That
Was it
where
Bullet?
Bullet, this
Bullet,
Steve
yeah.
McQueen.
Yeah, that's
the car
right.
chase. Yeah.
where it
Which
loses
is the only decent bit of the film. It's a pretty boring film.
where it loses 5 hubcaps.
Yeah, that's right.
It does. I've been to San Francisco. It was actually really, really good. Really good. It just seemed like a happy place. Everyone seemed happy there. There was a Hooters there. I wanted to go in.
But he wasn't allowed, was he?
I was not allowed.
No.
Did you have a story about the tram bloke?
The tram bloke, yeah. They're all like it really, but as the tram, you get the tram because it is very hilly. As the tram from the top to the bottom, where all the like shops and restaurants and that are, as you're going at a certain time of day, there's a perfect moment where he slowed it right down, and he is just controlling it with this big stick in the middle of it, and he's just talking the whole time. And as it's coming down, he just slows it and he says, right, everyone look to the left. And between these two houses, you can see right across to Alcatraz. And the sun was just going down just over Alcatraz. And it was just beautiful, just that moment. And it's only fleeting. It's only kind of a couple of seconds and it's gone. But
it was there and then
it was gone. But
didn't you tell me a story about laughing at someone for not picking them up or something?
Laughing at somebody for not...
You said you're going to laugh at these people because we're not going to stop.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, they all sort of did bits and pieces like that because sometimes they didn't have room. Some people sort of hung on the... like the old buses, you sort of run and grab it. Yeah. They did. Some people do that. And he said... and they'd say, look, there's a guy running for us. He said, we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop. Watch him. He's going to think we're stopping. We're not going to stop. We're not going to. And then they'd run and we just wouldn't stop. He said, or he'd take a vote. Should we stop for this person or not? They're like, no. Yeah, they're just characters. I've been doing this for. One bloke said, I've been doing this for 30 years, but I've got to say, you are the best passengers I've ever had. Well, no, you're not the best. Probably second. Probably top 10, definitely. He just started going down and down and down and down. Yeah, it was just funny. It's just, everyone seemed to. There was a homeless guy. He was behind a plant pot outside this restaurant, and as people were walking past, he was making them jump as they were coming past, and they were being made jump, and they was like, "Oh, you bastard!" Like, and they were getting annoyed and walking on. But the people in the restaurant were loving it because they were laughing their heads off at these people. And then as they were leaving the restaurant, they were giving him money or food and stuff. So yeah, it just seemed like it was just everyone was happy to be there. It was yeah. And then they've got the piers down there as well with the seals that you can go down there and have a look at. There just seemed to be a lot going on in such a small place. And obviously the links to certain films, Missed Out Fire was filmed there, the Alcatraz, everything's filmed at Alcatraz. A lot of
films done there.
Yeah. And Bullet and things like that. But yeah, it was just really different.
I don't know why you talked about San Francisco reminded me of this, but we as I said, the place where we stayed in the New Forest, the telly was the size of a postage stamp, and it weren't a smart TV, so we was going to the charity shops and buying DVDs to watch.
Classic.
And one we watched was the remake of The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Oh right, yeah.
With John Travolta.
Yeah,
Denzel Washington was good in that. I'm not the biggest fan of Denzel Washington, but he was good in that.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah,
we've seen it before, but a long time ago.
You've seen the original for Walter Matthau plays the cop.
I've seen the original a long time ago, but I've definitely seen.
Yeah, it's good film.
Excuse me, seen the John Travolta one. Yeah, I like Denzel Washington. I don't. He's not my go-to person, but he's always kind of solid with it. I like him in Flight. Flight was a good.
That's
film.
where the plane comes in upside down.
Yeah, yeah, inverted.
Oh, was it?
Just to let you know, we're inverted. Sorry, what? Yeah. Yeah, that's John Goodman's good in that as well.
Yeah.
He's his fixer. Yeah, very good. Very good. Well done, Denzel.
Denzel.
He
was good in Only Fools and Horses as well.
Yeah, he was. Denzel, I've got that money I owe you. Nice one. What would your islands be, wifey, if you had islands?
Confused. Old.
Accident prone.
I'd have a creative island.
You would.
I like making things and doing things, but I had a bit of I'm traumatised at the moment because I've been knitting a blanket and I took it with me and I've been carrying on knitting it, and then I done something and I've got a big hole in it. And
Oh no!
I'm devastated.
Oh,
and I
shit.
don't- Yeah, exactly. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know whether I'm going to unravel the whole
Bin it.
lot.
Oh,
Don't know.
Bin it and do it in green.
How long have you been doing it?
Oh, quite a while. Just on and off in between doing other stuff, you know. But I find it quite calming and therapeutic. Anyway, what other islands would I have? I'd have
Fantasy
family.
Island.
I'd have family island.
Family island.
Because we do all get together and or try to.
We do. We need a games night soon. We need a games
do.
We've
night.
got curry night coming up.
Well, curry night,
Friday after Good Friday.
Friday after Good Friday. Not as Good Friday.
No.
Oh, looking forward to
Yeah,
that.
how about having a question?
Oh, would you like a question?
Well, we've only got 10 minutes.
That's all right.
You go for it, wifey.
Oh, right,
Make it a
okay,
quickie.
quick.
Make it a good one.
Read it out.
Well, let's hope it's not 10 minutes long to read. Well, I think I know the answer to this one. Cats or dogs?
Cats all day long. All day long, son.
Yeah, I prefer cats. Dogs
Cats?
I
Well-
don't like
Dogs are duff.
two things about dogs. They're greedy, just look at you eat all the time. I can't bear that. And picking up their crap just ain't going to happen. I don't mind them. I've got nothing against them, though. I do like a dog.
No, I like dogs as well. My brother's just got a
Cats
pup.
are not perfect either.
I was in this. I was really excited to go and see the puppy, his new puppy. Went over there, and in 10 seconds he'd ripped a hole in my arm.
It's your brother. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm cats. I missed my boy while he was away.
Hamlet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ginger boy.
My little ginger
We get
boy.
the cat lady in.
Cat lady. She's half woman, half cat.
She's very
Pay her
nice.
to come in and feed him and look after him.
Because we can't take the harrowing journey of taking him to a cattery and how awful he is when we pick him up.
Wife, he gets all. If she's only here from this cat lady in 2 days, I have to text her and
Yeah.
she's all sorry. I forgot all about it. Since there's all pictures of him.
So she takes a picture of him and then
With a
forgets to
ransom
send it. But yeah, but the last message was it the last day? Yeah, said he'd left me a message. Yeah, left me a message on your settee. I covered them in covers just when he's away because I thought if he brings anything in with him, I don't want it all over the suite. So he left me a present. I said, was it a top present or a bottom present? And she said it was
Or
a
something
top.
for the garden.
Yeah, that's
Yummy.
an ex-animal. But she said no, it was a top present, and she cleared it up, and so I've got to wash all the covers now. But anyway,
Was it a flying present or a running present?
no, it wasn't an ex-live present. It was,
right,
it was a vom.
Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. From the belly of the beast.
Yeah, he is a beast. Well, so
Well.
I picked him up 2 seconds after I got here. I was all excited. He wasn't here when we got in, but he was hiding in a box in the garden. I saw his little whiskers sticking out. I went, "Oh, Hamlet!" And he come walking over, picked him up, hugged him, and then he bit my arm. So I know he was glad I was home.
Really missed her.
He did.
Yeah.
He don't care. He coped without us quite
So I
well.
think it's cats 3-0, isn't it?
Cats 3-0.
Yeah, definitely.
3-0.
Yeah, that was a quick
Like-
one, wasn't it?
like-
See the
after
greediest
100.
dogs, Labradors. They just stare at you while you're eating. Don't
That's
they?
what he can't bear is all this.
Can you stop touching
begging.
your mic, please, wifey?
Sorry.
All I can hear is...
Whereas the cats they ain't bothered, are they? Just
No, okay,
Just
that's
sit on
what I
the-
like about them, yeah.
just sit on the old floor.
Just
and
go.
Well, Bob, you've got two, haven't you?
2 ragdolls, yeah. Yeah, Dennis is... The Dennis and Sweet D, named after Always Sunny and Dennis Bergkamp. Yeah, they don't... We let them out in the garden. They don't leave the garden, but Dennis has recently realised that he can jump.
Ooh,
So yeah,
that's not good.
he's.
Can you jump?
Can I? No, not really.
No, I can't. No. Used to be able to.
Yeah.
I tried to pogo.
Do you know
see-
what I tried to do? Yeah. Wait. Before
Okay.
you say that, the other day, where I work, we were locked out, and I said, "Oh, I'll go round the back and have a look, see if the back door was open, see if we could." And you know, as a kid, you used to do that thing where it was like, not a high wall, but you used to run up to it and just sort of do and lift yourself up. God, it took me about 3 or 4 goes to do it.
That's because there's a bit more weight behind
I
it.
used to be straight up a wall, no messing. God, man,
This is the
I'm glad
thing about-
nobody could see me because I was like, I will not be beaten by this wall.
But this is like this thing, like Inside Out. They should carry it on to when she's older, because when you're older, your brain gets, yeah, of course I can do it.
Yeah.
And then you get there and you think, no, I can't.
Yeah. Yeah,
and it's like pogoing. I used to get on the dance floor and pogo like crazy. I used to love it. Now I could probably do one pogo and then my knees would be clicking and I'd have to go and sit down. But it's I don't like the fact that it's crazy that you kind of lost that. You know, that you can't wiggle your bits and, well, not without people thinking you're mental.
The last thing I had was Michael came and put that little shed together, didn't he?
Yeah.
Out in the garden there. And there's a wall about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 foot high. 2.5 foot high. And I was standing on the wall. So he was sort of
Oh,
down,
yeah, I remember this.
down. And he was going down. And he goes, "Oh, Dad, can you just hold this other end for me?" So I said, "Yeah." And I jumped off the wall and my legs just gave way and I'll be back. Oh, God, I ain't doing that again. You didn't even give it a thought, like, you know.
Just, that's it. And you don't, your brain doesn't even go, don't do that. You know, that's not going to be a good
The quickest
idea.
way down is this way.
And it broke my kneecaps.
Thankfully you didn't.
I remember Michael saying to me, "Dad just jumped off that wall."
It's like,
You were just almost saying, "By that wall."
one of the funniest things ever, though, was when we went away once previously, we had a hot tub.
Oh, this is a
It
classic.
was fantastic. This
Absolute
place. It was
classic.
beautiful. It was a very
Oxfordshire.
small place, and it had donkeys and that just over
Llamas?
the fence, and llamas. There was donkeys as well, and they were like looking at. It was absolutely brilliant, and we had a hot tub, and so I'm in the hot tub, and you went to set up the camera so we could
On
take
a
a picture
timer.
on a timer.
The idea was me to get back and both of us waved to the...
Yeah.
But I didn't quite make it. I tripped up the step, went head first into the... And that's where the picture is of my head sort of goes.
Classic. So it looks like I'm in there on my own waving, and there's this big shower of splash next to me. Yeah, I was wetting myself, absolutely wetting myself. Not in the hot
I
tub.
nearly
obviously.
drowned, but apart from that, you know.
Yeah, don't-
Well, you saved me from drowning once.
I
Didn't you?
did, yeah.
yeah, saved you.
Oh, you did. Yeah, I did. I like a wave in the sea, and I do go a bit mental with it. And this is another thing why you think don't
Yeah.
do it. But off we went in the sea, big waves, jumping up and down. The wave caught me, and it was like I was in a washing machine. I just went round, round, and round, and round. I thought, this is it, I'm gone.
They say that.
I'm
don't
gone.
They say if it gets you,
And
it
he
can-
got a whole swimsuit on.
I'll
not a
take over
bikini.
now. I was on the cliff.
No, he wasn't.
I dived in 40 feet.
He did.
I was standing next to her, actually.
Yeah, he was. But I couldn't stop.
Holding champagne.
I couldn't stop this.
She was in wash
Free-
cycle number 5.
And then
She was
the
in
next
rinse.
minute, I'm being hiked out by the back of my swimsuit. He just grabbed hold of the back of my swimsuit and pulled me out. I didn't go back in again that day.
I said, "What are you doing, you silly cow?"
Like he does. But honestly, I'm. If he hadn't been there, I'd have been a goner. So I think twice about it now.
They'd never like the sea. I always feel like you're never in control.
Well, I do like the sea.
I like the sea.
You don't matter where you go, it's always cold when you first go in.
Well, we've never been anywhere where it's likely to be hot, have we?
Well, Greece. There was one time we went, I don't know where we were, it was cold, and then getting towards it, because it was sort of like September, because the sea actually does warm up as the months
Yeah.
go by. You go in May, June, it's freezing, but it does. And one day we went there and it was literally like stepping into a nice warm
hot,
bath.
yeah.
Wasn't it?
Just never before.
But they can ruin swimming pools by making them too warm. You don't want them too cold, but you want to be refreshed when you get in there, like, you know.
Yeah, if it is hot.
Yeah, you don't want to be...
go. I go in to cool down.
Yeah,
sort of thing,
yeah, that's right.
But do you throw yourself in? He always jumps in.
Yeah, I'm a diver.
Oh, yeah.
Head first.
You can't dive in swimming pools anymore, though. Not allowed.
Deep
Not
end.
supposed to.
In the deep end, you can.
I can't remember
I'm
last
a
time.
rebel, love.
He laughs at the law.
I can't remember.
2 fingers up at the lifeguard and in I go.
Actually, last time them signs around the swimming pool in Thomas Bay where we go. No, don't go in if you've got diarrhea. No no nappies.
Well, in France, you have to wear budgie smugglers. You have to wear tiny speedos.
yeah?
Yeah,
You can't wear
Can't wear
shorts?
shorts. Yeah, they tell you
Why?
to get out.
Why?
It's like a hygiene thing because you wear shorts all day, then you wear your speedos out in the pool.
Yeah, but you've got your Speedos on underneath you.
Yeah, I
please.
know.
You don't wanna change.
I don't make the rules. That
No
is.
way I'm going to walk around a pool in Speedos.
No, you're definitely not. I wouldn't allow it.
I'd look ridiculous.
Yes, you would.
Because when I went to Normandy, I was by the pool with my shorts, and I got in the pool, and straight away they were on me. No, out. You have to wear thing, and they pointed at a sign. I was like, oh, jeez, I haven't got. So when we went to a town, I bought some. And I wore them underneath my shorts, and then obviously whipped off my shorts, got in the pool. But then you see the new people turn up who don't know about the rule. And you're like, well, here we go. They're going to get in their shorts. They get in with their shorts, and everyone's, hey, whoa, come on. So nobody knows about
the rule, really.
I don't know. I still don't.
Because you got your Speedos on underneath your shorts as well.
I know.
So you get all sweaty and...
Yeah, I know. But I suppose the idea is
that's the French for you.
Yeah, I suppose the idea is that you can't hide your baguette. No, I'm joking. That you've put on your Speedos just to go to the pool, whereas your shorts you'd wear everywhere. And
that don't work, though, does it?
I don't know.
If you know you go to the pool at the end of the day,
I'm trying to rationalise it, but I never really understood. But that
French are weird, aren't they?
Yeah. But that's what happened. That definitely happened. So, but yeah, there we are.
Well, this is going to be a
It
difficult
always
bump.
ends with a French, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, talking of that, Beauty and the Beast. That was in France, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was.
Le Beauty and the Beast.
It's just quite difficult for you.
It is. It's
still
not.
on you.
No,
Oh, you might as well go first then, wifey.
I'm going inside out.
Inside out.
You know, you turn me
Upside down.
Okay.
Round and round.
Well, I'm going to go Beauty and the Beast then. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to leave it down to you, Dave. I'm going to make it easy for myself. Because I think Beauty and the Beast stands up. And I did enjoy it. I think Gaston is one of the best characters ever created. I think he's brilliant.
What, better than Bing Bong?
Bing bong, yeah. It's down to you, Dave.
God, I find this one quite hard. This is going to be a 51-49.
Oh, it's only round 1, episode 2, Dave.
You know, it's the penny's still missing. We should this room somewhere.
Oh, by the way, we did mention in the last episode that Diary was going to be back today. It's not back today. It's back when Pauline's back. She's in control of it.
Is she coming back?
Shit, apparently.
If that chap...
Don't you point at me.
She's pointing that
that
finger.
chap over the other end of the table makes his decision, have we got to pick the next ones?
Yeah, we got to do a draw, yeah.
Oh, right.
The draw.
God, I don't know. The music is crap.
I'm loving the thought process.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
But it's
Oh.
more of a classic Disney film, isn't it? Beauty and the Beast, rather than Inside Out.
But you compare it to Sleeping Beauty or Cinderella, it's much more than that. They are very wishy-washy. This one's got more to it.
Oh, Sleeping Beauty's not a bad film.
I never thought
Got
I'd hear the
Maleficent.
day he'd say that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I can't decide.
Well, that's it. That's the end of the episode.
Well, I have to go with one, won't I? I think because of Bing Bong, I'm going to go Beauty and the Beast.
Wow. I did not expect that. I thought because of your Katie story,
Katie's story, yeah.
you was going to be...
Katie's just
But
wiped you
I'm
off the
going on
map.
just, I'll put that to one side.
No, well, you can't. It's
And
all,
I've
it's all
just,
part of it, Dave. It's all part of it.
Go on, I go Beauty and the Beast. Pass the pen over, wifey. Let's write it down,
You
otherwise I'll forget.
bastard.
Well, I'm very surprised.
So am I.
Right, what are you writing down?
The score.
Oh. There you go. Rip that up, Dave. Inside Out is gone. Beauty and the Beast goes through to the next round. I'm going to have wifey pick out the new one for the next round.
Not that one.
Do the draw, wifey. And Dave, you pick one.
Oh,
And the next films you need to watch before the next
This is,
episode are...
this is a strong contender.
So is this.
Ooh. I could have been a contender.
What you got?
Go on,
What you
wi-
got?
go on,
Go
wifey.
first.
You went first. Go, you go.
Oh, for goodness sake, somebody just go first.
I've got Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Hi ho!
Hi ho!
Hi ho.
Hi ho! go. It's off to work I go.
It's a good movie.
With a bucket and
But
spade.
will it beat Finding Nemo?
Oh,
That's a tough old contest, I think.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen Snow White for a while, so okay. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs versus Finding Nemo
That's
in
a
the
good-
next.
that's a good contest.
That's a good contest. Go away and have a look.
We will.
I haven't seen Finding
watched.
Nemo. Well, I've still got to watch them just in case, haven't I?
Mine.
Yeah, you're on the bench.
Mine. Yeah, you're on the bench, but make sure you got some notes with you. Dave, get your gump ready. And wifey, any last words?
I like raspberries.